Starting. 10 seconds on the clock. Let's begin, everybody. Try to enjoy this match. Seems this is the first losers bracket. Whoever loses this is now going to be eliminated from the tournament. Oh, starting out. Here we go. Wait, where's my... There we go. Rejects taking an awfully backline-oriented strat, but here goes Rusted Royalty, and Sinway goes down as the first blood of the game. Rocket absolutely pelting that Tana. Rather low already. Cubo doing their best to keep the katana alive. Where's my music? There we go. Here we go. The tank fight has started and blue has come out as the victor. Jumping in. Tana coming from R coming in. Pops the wind wall. And the Guz go down though. The two tanks are alone on point. I just realized that it is a banana comp from Rusted Royalty and a pwn from Rejects. Here we are. Tana's back on point, doing quite a fair bit of damage. Blue jumping in from the skies. Here comes Caisual hunting for that Divine Staff. Getting thrown around though by the rocket. Goes down. IC alone with Tana on point. This is Dawg on Tana. Quite a fair bit of damage from Dawg there. Doing their best. Rusted Royalty trying to muster up a retake here. Trying to play patiently, but they are a massive point difference. Hyper ult coming out from Boldo. Here comes the first shot. Misses. Sinway slowly chipping. Skateboard ult coming out. Catches two. Vine Staff ult pop from Tehno. Rusted Royalty has regained point. Here we are. They're slowly trying to remove that point gap. Here comes Sinway feeding for that backline again. Rocket ult coming out from Apiq. Tana ult coming from Dawg, catches two. Wonderful Tana ult, wonderful absolution. And the triple revive from Cubo. And the sub ult just to catch them off. Noxious Void catches one. Well, they're trying their best to stay alive on the top, but Sinway's after them. Here comes the Judgment. Oh, but the Judgment whiffs from Blue. Rusted Royalty down 25 points roughly. Here they are, starting their retake though. Winnow comes out and the QF! The QF Judgment! Wonderful, wonderful from Caisual. Dawg is rather stuck though, he's lagging, seems. He just teleports in front of the Vine Staff. Off the wind wall. Here comes the rocket ult. Apiq. Somebody on top of the rafters, doing their best. Here comes the eviscerating ray, but Sinway is there to shut it down. And whiffs! Yeah, Rejects hitting the 75 point cap. Rusted Royalty though, they are having a good respawn rate here. Slowly but surely they will come back with a strong retake. Here comes Caisual. Going after the rocket here. Seems. Let's go up here. Dawg is chasing after Boldo. Grapples him. Wonderful grapple from the Dawg. Here comes the Divine Resurrection from Cubo. Revives two. Sinway and Caisual are back in the game. Here comes the skateboard. Oh, right coffin coming out from Sinway. Here they are. Rusted Royalty tied. Rejects taking back that lead. Here comes Caisual though. He has a lot to say. He's going after that Vine Staff. Enters the tank fight. Comes out as the victor. Gets another bunch of outbound off. And the Absolution catches two. But the QF misses. Eviscerating Ray coming out from Boldo. Will he get any picks this time? Rocket ult coming from Fick. Boldo biding his time. Here comes the Eviscerating Ray. First shot comes out. Lands one. And the second shot to win the game. 100 to 104 on practice. Divine Resurrection comes out. Unfortunately, a bit late. Wonderful game from both sides. Did someone bet on your soul? I bet on Padora's soul. Yeah, I bet on Padora's whole bloodline right now. Anyways, had a wonderful game from both of them. Our next map, however, will be Doomspire. Masada is top damage, Cubo is top healing, Tehno is top points. Well, here we are, we're starting. Oh, it is a double banana comp. The difference being Tank bust. Subspaces. Tank. Single tank bust. Interesting choice. And the skate. Probably to deal with Boldo here. They do have a sling though. Let's see how they manage to deal with that. I see we'll have to... Null will have to put in quite a fair bit of work here. Here we go. First encounter and points. Tana pops the win. Dawg pops the win wall first. He's getting rather chipped though. Here we go. Tana 1v1 starts. Both tanks trying to 1v1 each other. But here comes Caisual jumping after the Tehnostalgia. Goes down real quickly. Point hasn't opened yet, so it's fair game until they drop down. Tehno gets the double kill. Here comes Dawg and Caisual though. Future retake, contesting point. Plane is coming in though. Let's see if it claims a victim or two. Oh, Cubo barely gets out. Skin of their teeth with that Q. Windwall pop from Apiq. Yeah. Windwall popped. Okay, it seems like Regis has a rather strong hold on point once again. Let's see if Rusted Royalty can change that. They do have to deal with the sling and the hyper at the same time though. Here comes Caisual. CV wins this tank fight. With that sub Q, it should be more than enough. The Comet Carnage does quite a lot of damage. Here comes the Q. Going... Oh, straight going after Apiq. Here comes the Vinyl coming out from Tehno. Does take down Caisual though. Yeah, Rejects having quite a strong hold on the point. 30 points up right now. Rusted Royalty are getting peppered by the sling way too much. They are biding their time. Ooh, they get cornered though. Masada gets cornered in the bottom of the map. Thing coming in, doesn't catch any victim. No, it does catch someone. I don't know if they catch Boldo or catch Masada, but... See here, tank fights beginning on point. Ban versus two tanks, and the Rad Coughing coming out from Sinway doesn't catch anyone though. And the Noxious point to catch both of their tanks. Wonderful. Eviscerator coming out from Boldo catches one. Misses on the second. But it might be enough to take out the Banhammer. No, just fighting for points here. Gets the Fallen Star off. Absolution coming out from Apiq. Here we are. We just have such a strong point lead, but the Divine Resurrection is coming out. And a quarter revive from Cubo. I mean, triple revive from Cubo, unfortunately. My bad. Misread it. Comes the wind ball with the tanks. This banana brawl is not going well for them. Here comes the judgment. Does he get it off? Caisual gets off one judgment. Here he is, jumping in for that Oathbound. He is right below. Waiting. Here he is, coming after Tehnostalgia. Here comes Blue though. And he's popped his own judgment. Gets off one. Both Banhammers have judgment active. Dawg has his absolution, and the Rad Coffin from Sinway is on hold. Here comes the judgment though, and Blue comes out as the victor. Absolution coming out from Dawg. Who will he catch? Catches the Vine Staff. Judgment comes out from Blue, and the Vine Staff all coming out from Tehno. Yeah, they are. Ooh, Blue whiffs that though. Visionary coming out, catches one. They do have a Divine Resurrection, which is getting popped right now. Let's see, Rusted Royalty, double revive from Rusted Royalty. Rad Coffin coming out as well. Oh, and Blue goes down to the plane. Here we are. Let's see if Rusted Royalty can make it back with their points. Windwall coming out from Apiq. Null is doing quite a wonderful job of tank busting here. They are kind of getting closer and closer in points. Slowly removing that point lead. Here they are. Respawn away from Rusted Royalty. Oh, but Caisual gets isolated alone. Myself all coming out from Tehno. Trying their best to snowball. Rad Coughing coming out from Sinway. Doesn't catch anyone though. But here comes Caisual. Does he have a judgment? Yes, he does. But he doesn't get it off. Instead, Blue does, and he does catch two. Gets off one with a Noxious Void. Catches Blue. Here we are. Seems that they do have an absolution from Dawg though. He seems like to be holding it. Wait, the Eviscerating Ray and the Leg Day. Oh, insane absolution coming out from Apiq. And the Eviscerating Ray as well. Seems like they win. Rejects have won Doomspire. This is very hard to solo cast on very much. Oh my god, my throat hurts. Nostalgia with the MVP 9-2 and 28. Oh my goodness. Boldo with top damage. Nearly matching Caisual. Caisual nearly matching that. 5.1k, wonderful game for Caisual here. Cubo, top healing, and Tehno with top points. Now it seems like here's a Rusted Royalties pick though, which is should be more favor towards them actually, in my opinion. Okay, we're starting this once more. Here we go. Good luck to both teams. This is here we are. Seems like rejects are biding their time. Rusted Royalty is quite diving in quickly. Here they are, the coil skateboard combo immediately going after Boldo and Hyper. Blue coming into anti-dive though. Where is their Tana? Actually, curious. Their Tana pushed with them last time. Oh, there's the Tana. Tana is on point. Here comes both of the tanks though. And M2-3 coming out from Dawg. Grapple, but here comes the two tanks. Immediately takes them off point. Caisual doing their best to chip them away. Oof, Blue has managed to get quite a fair bit of Oathbound though. Here comes Dawg, he's coming back. Quite a fair bit of damage. Wind Wall and the Common Carnage coming out. Common Carnage. Ooh, quite a fair bit of damage on Blue, but he is still alive. It's finished off. Here comes the Subcoil Duo. And the Skateboard is also on point, getting ready. Masada falls off the point. Here comes Dawg though, there's quite a fair bit of damage. And the root of the O coming out from Tehno is immediately going to be shut down. Pressure from both Coil and Skateboard. And even the Medkit. And they shut it down successfully. Frostbite Fusion coming out. Doesn't manage to get the slam dunk on the Banhammer. And you're rather low already, also gets shut down. Blue tanks just biding their time. High eviscerating ray coming out from Boldo. Where is he though? He be hiding. He seems to be hiding and biding his time until he gets the right chance to ult. Here he is though! Whiffs, unfortunately, the Rad Coffin coming out. Stuns one. Absolution from both sides as well. Here we are. Quite a big brawl on point. 1v4 and the leg day coming out from Masada. First shot comes out, second shot comes out. Manages to finish off Icy or Null. Slowly chipping away, they managed to hit the medkit. Here comes Sinway though, doing their best to chip that brawl skate. Is it enough though? Here we are, Null back on the point. Judgment from Blue whiffs. Rejects got a 45-point lead. They're holding this point rather spectacularly, but let's see if Rusted Royalty can make it back for their Tana. They have a Noxious Void for the retake. Seems like they managed to secure point for now. The grapple from Tana shuts down that Noxious Void. Do they have a medal? They do have a Divine Resurrection here. And the root of the O coming out from Tehno as the point shifts upwards. Rejects have managed to reclaim points. Still holding a massive point lead here. 1 minute left on the clock. Massive Common Carnage from Null. Here comes the Rad Coffin. Will it catch anyone? Doesn't manage to catch anyone, it seems. Here comes the Absolution. Immediately targeting the other Katana. Eviscerate coming out. And the leg day as well to boot. Dawg doing a spectacular job against Banana. And that Frostbite Fusion slams the Divine Staff. Wonderful job. They managed to also kill that Hyper Laser. Here we are. Rusted Royalty running away with a point. They need to make this point cap. They need to keep this dream alive. Here we are. They're doing quite a fair bit of damage, but the root of the Oak is here to keep that sustain up. And the Rat Coffin, is this going to be huge? It is! The Rat Coffin catches two! Tehno's also rather low, but the Zombie Grapple and the Divine Resurrection and the Noxious Void. Oh, it saves Null. Wait. Rusted Royalty, they still have point. Absolution coming out from Dawg, catches two. Devastating Ray coming out from Boldo. Will he run away with this? Here comes the Absolution from Dawg, catches another two. The leg day as well to boot. Here comes Boldo, one shot in. Oh, they managed to kill two people off point. Sinway and Null goes down. Oh, but the Frostbite Fusion was not enough. The Frostbite Fusion and the Rad Coffin combination was not enough. Stream quality? Damn it, bro. Let me fix the stream quality, I got this. Why is it so laggy? I don't... Okay. It seems that, Rejects are still one. Yeah. Blue with top KDA, Masada with top damage, Cubo with top healing, and Tehno with top points. And Caisual is rejoining. Busted Royalty. What they do, they aren't going against Banana this time. It is Hyper Sling Rocket though, and Banlands Annie. I'm not Banlands Annie, Conquer. I apologize. See how they managed to handle this. They have a Hyper as well. Could be the deciding factor, honestly, with their Eviscerating Ray. They also have a Divine Resurrection, of course. Rejects claiming the point first. Hard chip on Rusted Royalty right off the bat. Anyway, they're trying their best to regroup, but it is not enough. That Sling M2 does quite a fair damage. Slowly, they're making their way up the point. Gets... Ooh. Dawg just go down really quickly. Comet Carnage coming out from Null. Anyway, doing their best to chip away at that Hyper. Gets shot mid-air by Boldo. Oh my. This has a strong point lead. They need... Oh, Dawg gets isolated alone on point. Comet Carnage doing quite a fair bit of volume, and they do manage to get Boldo off the point. Is it enough time? Yeah, Hyper's getting back on point here. They actually have quite a good chance of taking point here. We're just at a 50-point lead though. Is it enough though? They managed to take down Blue. They are. They're hunting after that rocket. Apiq. Caisual gets a triple. Caisual's on Hyper. Eviscerating Ray coming out from Caisual. Here we are. First shot coming out. It whiffs on the banhammer with a Q. Here comes the Grand Cannonade coming out from Apiq. And the Root of the Oak. And another Eviscerating Ray. And a Rad Coffin as well from Rusted Royalty. Here comes the first shot of Eviscerating Ray. It does whiff though. But here comes the Divine Resurrection. Reviving the Tana. They do have an Absolution ready. Ready in their pocket. Just go down, falls off the map. I have a Noxious Void here. Haven't popped it though. Not enough. That wonderful Comet Carnage coming in. That's a wonderful lob. Wonderful grapple as well from Dawg. Catches the sling. Here they are. The tank fight's begun, and it seems that Dawg is the victor. Claims his blood, claims his prize, takes out another. Here we are. Cubo doing their best to pocket Dawg. Stay alive. Is enough to gain them that point favor though. And knock his void as well to secure that retake. 1 on 143. Blue is back on the point, however. They do not have a tank. They are isolated alone on point without a tank. The Noxious Void catches 2 in the explosion. Here comes the Judgment, but it does get shut down. Wonderful shutdown from Rusted Royalty. Hyper Pick is doing wonders for them. Hyper subbed to quite a lot for them as well. At Windball. Here we are, Eviscerating Ray coming out from Caisual. Will he get any shots off today? First shot coming out, whiffs. Blue jumping in, the Rad Coffin ready to stop that push. Grand Cannonade and the Divine Resurrection. It will get off though. And a double revive from Cubo. It's enough to stop that point retake. Wonderful Absolution. And the leg day coming from Masada. Catches Cubo and Dawg on a double kill. Caisual staying above the point. Fighting Masada. Goes down to that Sling M2. Here we are. Rusted Royalty once again building that push. Null's the subspace is already rather low though. They have a Hyper, they have a Med, and a Tana getting ready to push in. Reaches the permanent point cap. Tana pushing in here. With a Rad Coffin as well coming from behind. Does get shut down. Here we are, Boldo getting one kill off. They are hunting for the Caisual. Caisual goes down. Rejects still holding points, but they are at the perma point cap. Can't go any further than that. Eviscerating Ray coming out from both sides. Who will win this? Here it comes. Boldo gets off one. Caisual whiffs. Boldo gets off a second. Will he get off a third? No, he doesn't. And Rejects win 3-0. I apologize if the stream has any delays or pixelations. Masada with Sling MVP, 13-8. Yikes, Rusted Royalty really put up a fight though. Oh my goodness, did really well. That's World Tank. My goodness. Masada with top damage as well. Cubo, 2.6k healing. Wonderful game from Cubo here. And no points, unfortunately, because, yeah. Aiden. Thank you, Aiden. Anyways, I'll be letting them up on stage now. Stop the stream for now. For those on the players on the team, kindly make requests.